कि बोर्ड का रिजल्ट आने वाला है.
I saw him in Border.
More than मजा, it's been a proper roller coaster of various emotions, I would say.
Luckily मोबाइल वगैरह नहीं थे उस टाइम, वरना सारे सीन लीक हो जाते आज.
Like मुझे नजर नहीं लगाना था उस मोमेंट को कि कुछ हो ना जाए, कुछ गलत ना हो जाए.
मतलब दुश्मनों के अभी तो इसमें डायलॉग भी है, चीथड़े उड़ा दिए थे.
एक सीन में मैं अटक गई थी, एक इमोशनल सीन में. सो उन्होंने मुझे इतना ही बोला कि यू डोंट हैव टू एक्ट फ्रॉम योर फेस.
Hello and welcome to India Today. This is Anita Britto in conversation with Utkarsh Sharma and Simrat Kaur, who are all set for their release of Gadar 2. Actually, millions are waiting for this release. How does that feel?
Well, we are very honored first of all and glad that we got this opportunity.
Yes, and if you ask me how I feel, एक तो होता है कि you dream of something and it comes true, so you're really happy
Right.
about it. And there is something like you've never dreamt of it. तो मैंने कभी ड्रीम भी नहीं किया, कभी सोचा नहीं था. तो ये मेरे साथ हो रहा है, तो आई डोंट नो हाउ टू रिएक्ट टू इट. सो आई एम हैप्पी, आई एम इमोशनल, आई एम एक्साइटेड, आई एम नर्वस. Everything is mixed.
Together.
Yes.
Utkarsh, for you, it's very rarely happened if a boy who's played a role when he was young and he's been cast as the older version of
I've
himself.
been getting that recently.
Yes. How does that make you feel, and did you dream that this is going to happen?
I did not dream. I had no clue. We had no plans of making Gadar 2. Gadar 1 was a closed book
Yes.
for us. But लोग बोलते थे कि you should make a sequel. But we were like, give us a story equal to Gadar 1, then we'll make a sequel.
Correct.
So it took about 22 years, and Shaktiman ji, who wrote the first one, he came up with a story, and Navratri ka samay tha, he came to our home and he narrated the story to dad. Dad was busy in some other subject, and then he dropped that subject and he was like, we're making this. This is Gadar 2. This is the story of Tara Singh and his family in 1971.
Right.
He told me the story. I was like, I dropped my other stuff. I want to do this. He told Sunny sir. Sunny sir got excited. He told Z got excited. Within a day, the whole project was greenlit.
Right.
So I think I'm very fortunate that I got the opportunity to play Jeete as a 5-year-old, and now as an adult I also get that opportunity.
Right.
So मतलब excitement तो बहुत है, and होनी भी चाहिए and eagerness भी बहुत है देखने को कि 11 अगस्त को public कैसे react करेगी, और hopefully they'll feel the same euphoria as Gadar 1.
Right. Since you're the oldest in this film, if I must say, let me take you back to when you had first, when you had done Gadar, when you were 5 years old.
5, yeah.
What are the memories you have of those days?
Well, I have a lot of memories. It's like it's all imprinted in my head. It is like your first experience. I don't even remember if I ever traveled outside the country or outside Bombay for that matter. So that must have been my first India tour to say. So everything was so real back then because we used to shoot without any VFX. Even this film we've tried 85% we shot without any VFX. All the blasts and everything are all real.
Oh, nice.
Tanks are all real, and मतलब बहुत मेहनत इसमें भी की है to keep the authenticity. But that time though it was 100% real. And you couldn't cheat your way out.
Correct.
लकीली मोबाइल वगैरह नहीं थे उस टाइम, वरना सारे सीन लीक हो जाते हैं. आज बहुत डिफ़िकल्ट होता है. बट एक मेमोरी क्लियर है मेरे माइंड में. जब मैं पहले दिन जब मेरी शूटिंग थी, 72 आवर्स का कंटिन्यूस हमारा शूटिंग टाइम था, विदाउट एनी स्लीप, विदाउट एनी ब्रेक, एंड दैट वाज माय फर्स्ट शूटिंग एवर.
Oh.
So my dad was like, welcome to the movies.
But what was that scene that you all were shooting?
That scene was जहाँ पे Tara Singh comes and he sings, he crashes the wedding basically.
Oh, okay.
And he sings for his wife. And then she comes and then Amrish ji तलवारें खिंच जाती हैं and all that drama happens, right? So I'm supposed to stand in front of my real life parents, and but I was really sleepy, right? So my eyes are closing. And आंखें बंद हो ही गई at one point. तो छटाक करके थप्पड़ पड़ा मुझे.
और डैड ने दिया?
पहले मुझे लगा, मैं पहले फर्स्ट लुक था पीछे, सनी सर ने किया, अमरीश जी ने किया, किसने क्या, कौन मार रहा. तो देखा सामने पापा खड़े, एंड he was like, see, everybody's working hard, everybody's operating without sleep. You also have to do that. So I was like, where have I come? I didn't sign up for this.
Right.
But that thing taught me कि कितना dedication, how much of hard work goes into making every shot perfect.
Correct.
And he was just doing it out of, achieving perfection in his work. And I've learned that because I've never gotten another one from him ever,
Okay.
in fact, ever. That was just in the heat of the moment and the pressure. But he loves his work, and I've tried to learn that from him. And yeah, this was a little memory with a big impact.
Big impact, absolutely. What about you, Simrat? What was your memory of Gadar? How many times have you watched? Because we are one of those people who have watched it like multiple times.
Yeah.
You tell me about your memory.
I have always seen it on TV, like in tits and bits. बाकी उसके songs मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद थे, especially मैं निकला गड्डी लेके. तो उसपे मैं बहुत ज़्यादा डांस करती थी और ये सब था. एंड उस पर भी एक मॉम ने मुझे एक मेमोरी बताई थी जब गदर की शूटिंग हो रही थी अमृतसर में, अमृतसर रेलवे स्टेशन के वहाँ पर. सो माई मॉम वॉज होल्डिंग मी, लाइक मैं छोटी सी बेबी थी जब, एंड दे वर सीइंग दैट शूट. सो या सो वो शूटिंग में
full circle.
या एंड दे वर जस्ट वेटिंग कि कब ये लड़की बड़ी हो जाएगी एंड दे विल मेक गदर 2. सो या.
So how was your experience, since this is debut for you? How was your entire experience? मजा आया?
Maza, I think it is more than maza. It's been a proper roller coaster of various emotions, I would say. जब movie sign की, I was numb. It took me like 3 days to process and get happy about it. And जब shoot पे गई तो उस दिन मैं बहुत neutral behave कर रही थी. Like मुझे नजर नहीं लगाना था उस moment को कि कुछ हो ना जाए, कुछ गलत ना हो जाए. It's first time, तो मैं बहुत सहमी हुई थी and everything. And उसके बाद में it converted into fan moment for me. बिकॉज मैं गदर के सेट्स पे हूँ, सो इट इज़ अ वेरी बिग थिंग. एंड अनिल सर को देख रही हूँ, वो यहाँ पर काम कर रहे, कोई यहाँ पर काम कर रहा है, तो मोर देन एक्टर आई थिंक मैं एकदम से वो फैन मोमेंट में चली जाती थी. एंड व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड शूटिंग विद हिम एंड सनी सर, देन इट जस्ट हिट मी हार्ड. ओके, लाइक आई एम डूइंग अ मूवी. सो आई थिंक बहुत सारे इमोशंस थे फुल जर्नी में, एंड आई जस्ट चेरिश एवरी मोमेंट नाउ. और ये जितना रिलीज के पास आ रही हूँ, मैं जितना हो सके मैं मोमेंट को लिव करने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ कि यार ये अब जर्नी खत्म होने आ रही है. लाइक मूवी की शूटिंग हो चुकी है, अब मूवी भी बाहर आ जाएगी. सो आई थिंक इट्स बीन एन इमोशनल रोलर कोस्टर फॉर मी.
एंड इन जस्ट फ्यू डेज पीपल आर गोइंग टू सी
यस
मैजिक दैट यू हैव क्रिएटेड ऑन.
और जितना पास आ रहा है आई थिंक उतना ज़्यादा मतलब वो बेचैनी हो रही है जैसे रिजल्ट आता है. सो वही वाला सेम हाल हो रहा है मेरे साथ.
उत्कर्ष, फॉर यू, डू यू रिमेंबर योर फर्स्ट मीटिंग विद सनी देओल?
Yeah, I do. For Gadar 2, obviously I do. I actually met him during one of the rehearsals of मैं निकला गड्डी लेके जो song अभी आया है. तो me and the dancers and the choreographer Shabina ji and all, we had been rehearsing that because the choreography had been approved by my dad and whatever. We were rehearsing that. Sunny sir was out of town for some work. So he came, and it's actually in the rehearsal hall I met him again after quite a long time, and he seemed so kind and so nice as he always is, and he was just like, give it your all.
Yeah.
Like, yes sir, आपने कह दिया तो अब देना ही पड़ेगा.
But what about the first time when you met during Gadar shoot?
Gadar 1 में I don't clearly remember that. But I do remember seeing him and being like, I saw him in Border. इन्होंने मतलब दुश्मनों के, अभी तो इसमें डायलॉग भी है, चीथड़े उड़ा दिए थे. तो he is definitely an inspiration to me personally, and it's an honor to work with him.
During the trailer launch, Amisha mentioned that you are very close to her. You all share a very great bond. How was it with her working, and how is she like as a person?
With her, because obviously बचपन में तो father and son जाते हैं mother को लेने, और mother का एक obviously normal attachment होता है एक बच्चे से, बहुत प्यार करती है अपने बच्चे से. and बच्चे में भी हमेशा ये रहता है जब वो एक there's one scene where the lady is trying to pick off her jewelry for every day she stays there, but the kid who's already injured, he gets agitated at that when she's asking for her Mangal Sutra. So he has that protective feeling for his mother, and in this film also I wanted to keep that character alive, that he has that protective feeling for his mother, and so we do share a very fun bond. Like she's the character who my character confides to the most. She knows my character's inner feelings the most, and she tries to manipulate situations that benefit me.
Right.
So that is the kind of bond we share on screen. And off screen, she's fantastic. She's a great human being, and bus, that's it.
Okay. For you also, she came, to your aid when there were a lot of trolling happening.
Yeah.
How did you deal with that?
I don't think so there is any news about it. For me, the bigger news is that I'm doing Gadar. I'm part of Gadar too, and the movie is coming like in few days. So yeah, I think I'm just so occupied in just in this moment right now.
Right. But did you have a word with Amisha when she came, when she was also supporting you in whatever was happening? Did you
We
have
just
a word
met on the
with-
trailer launch. So yeah, जो उन्होंने मुझे गले लगाया stage पे, I think that was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about one thing that you both have learned from Sunny Deol? One good thing about him and one irritating or something that you don't like about Sunny Deol. Is there anything that you don't like about Sunny Deol?
Well, there is nothing not to like about
Not to
her,
like, yeah.
but I would say that if you aren't a person who can push yourself or can get 110% out of yourself, then it can be difficult. Because he is a team player. He's an absolute team player. When he's on set, he's rehearsing his stuff, and then he will call the other actors and वगैरह वगैरह, and he's kind of mapped their work also.
Okay.
So junior artist से लेके primary cast सबके लिए he's thinking when he's rehearsing his scene, and with the director, with everyone, he will kind of say how he is wanting to do it, and then you can discuss your ideas. So he's very free.
Okay.
And then when we do the scene, if he feels you can push more, he will ask you to push more, because his philosophy is like only he shouldn't be the one hitting the sixes. You also have to hit the sixes. So which I felt is a really good trait of him as an actor, and it shows in his work,
Correct.
in his filmography. But if you aren't a person who's willing to work hard, then obviously that could be a negative for you.
Right.
Yeah.
What about you?
एक तो उनकी एक चीज़ बहुत पसंद आती है, जब वो बहुत गुड मूड में रहते हैं तो वो बहुत ज़्यादा फन रहते हैं ऑन सेट. वो बहुत ज़्यादा हंसते रहेंगे, वो बहुत ही डिफरेंट मूड में रहते हैं. एंड जो चीज़ उन्होंने मुझे सिखाई है, खुद सिखाई थी, वो यही था कि एक सीन में मैं अटक गई थी, एक इमोशनल सीन में. सो उन्होंने मुझे इतना ही बोला कि यू डोंट हैव टू एक्ट फ्रॉम योर फेस जस्ट फॉर द सेक ऑफ एक्टिंग, यू हैव टू फील इट. सो यू टेक योर 2 minutes, वो इमोशन को फील करो दिल में. जैसे ही वो फील करोगे आपने, वो तुम्हारे फेस पे आ जाएगा. एंड उन्होंने बोला, मैंने वो अपना वो जो भी 2 मिनट लिए मैंने किया, एंड देन उसके बाद में वो सीन हो गया था. सो या ही वाज वेरी हेल्पिंग. सो आई थिंक ये इनकी एक चीज़ मैं हमेशा अपने साथ रखूंगी अब.
He is actually a man of few words, but अगर वो कैरेक्टर और उनका मूवी पे it has works, then he will be all out.
यस
Yeah,
यस.
That I have
एंड वो वैसा होना भी चाहिए, आई फील,
absolutely.
बिकॉज या
So tell me one thing. Now Gadar 2 is releasing on 11th. There is Oh My God also releasing on 11th. There are a couple of other things on web series or OTT platforms that are going to release as well on the same day. So there are a lot of clashes happening. How do you take that? And
Well, when Gadar 1 released, तब लगा नहीं थी, and both films did amazing, and both created history. And फिर अभी जैसे बारबी और ओपेनहाइमर भी आई, दोनों का एक सेलिब्रेशन सा हो गया, एक फिल्मों का मेला सा लग गया, which I felt is so important, especially after post COVID. जो लैंडस्केप हमने देखा लास्ट ईयर और द ईयर बिफोर दैट, फिल्मों का कितना डिफिकल्ट हो रहा था उनके लिए टू फॉर द एंटायर मार्केट टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज वर्किंग. So I feel when 2 big films come, they should be celebrated. It is like it's a long weekend. It's 4-5 day weekend, and people can catch both the films. And as far about Gadar 2, I know it's quite. They've tried to keep the ticket prices really down, and they've started with the 1+1 offers from day one itself.
wow.
So I think that is a good thing. That is a good change. And prices भी tickets और food के थोड़े कम किए गए थे अभी हाल फिलहाल. लास्ट मंथ PVR ने अनाउंस किया था. तो all those things are falling in the right place. I think because Gadar is a mass film. It is a film that so many crores of people saw and want to see it again. So
Yeah.
ticket price should not be the issue that is
Yeah.
stopping them from
Absolutely.
reliving or seeing a new Gadar unfold in front of their eyes.
Absolutely. But box office numbers, does it matter to you? Because now you're just beginning, but
Well-
always there'll be box office pressure.
Well, the first pressure that matters to me is the public's opinion.
Yeah.
Is if it goes into their heart, that is the best thing that can happen to you, because then you live on forever. That is my sense of immortality. When you win the public's hearts, that's it. But the numbers matter because people have invested money
Yeah.
into the project, and it's good if your movie earns money, then other people you can make more movies, then more people get jobs.
Correct.
And that's how the whole roller coaster thing goes. But I think the market is large enough to sustain, and Gadar and Oh My God have very different markets. So it should, both films, I hope they do well. I really want that कि वो मजा आ जाएगा, फिर लोग excitement create हो रहा है लोगों में कि this film is coming, which one you want to
And
watch.
mostly see जब बार्बी and Oppenheimer भी आई तो लोगों ने दोनों मूवी एक ही दिन में देखी.
हाँ, वो भी है.
So I think it can be done in Bollywood too. अगर हम हॉलीवुड को इतना
हमें
प्यार
बहुत
दें.
पहले करते थे एक्चुअली. किया है, मैंने किया. आई रिमेम्बर वाचिंग two movies at the same on the
बट
same
हमें
day.
इसीलिए मैं बोल रही हूँ कि इट्स गोना बी अ प्रॉपर सिनेमा सेलिब्रेशन. गुड मूवीज आ रही हैं, दोनों मूवी देखो यार, और क्या है.
पहले ऐसे नहीं माप लेते थे हम कि भाई अच्छा ये आ रही है, इनमें से एक ही देखेंगे. अरे मूवीज ये आ रही है, ये हीरो की भी आ रही है, ये हीरो की भी आ रही है, अरे दोनों देखनी है.
यस यस,
वीकेंड बन गया.
करेक्ट. हम लोग
बस.
वैसे करते थे, बट वो ओवर द टाइम चेंज, बहुत सारे चेंजेस हुए हैं
No, I
इंडस्ट्री
hope it comes back again now from
from
these
this
two.
to
I always felt it was more economical decision making that hindered us from going to
Yeah.
theatre in that volume, in that regularity.
Correct. So I should say that you both are going to watch both the films on the same day.
Hopefully, if we get time from the promotions and all of
Promotions.
that, we will watch, because अभी जो भी बार्बी ओपेनहाइमर भी नहीं देख पाए हम,
Oh.
रॉकी रानी भी नहीं देख पाए, और भी जो फिल्में आई थी पिछले मंथ से लेके, एक भी मूवी ना OTT पे ना इस पे, हार्डली वी बीन एबल टू सी एनीथिंग.
Because हमारे लिए तो ऐसा लग रहा है कि बोर्ड का रिजल्ट आने वाला है,
हाँ.
तो और कुछ करने का फिलहाल मन ही नहीं. इट्स लाइक यार हम डेज काउंट कर रहे हैं एंड जस्ट एक्साइटेड अबाउट इट.
That's it. Utkarsh, don't mind me, but
जी.
I will take this film as your beginning of your career,
Okay.
though you have
जी,
worked
जी.
in the past, but this is like something very
जी.
big for you and for
Yes, definitely.
Simrat. Tell me one thing, as actors, do you all have any inhibitions or limitations to what kind of roles you want to do, what kind of roles you don't want to do?
As an actor, I don't feel I should limit myself, but I do feel कि I don't I believe in cinema for the public, so I want to do those kind of films. I do have a boundary on what kind of films I want to
Like?
do. Like I want to do more films where that appeal to the Hindi heartland. जो जिनको मुझे लग रहा है कि हमने बहुत डिस्टेंस कर लिया. द काइंड ऑफ फिल्म्स वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट, जो हम दिन में 2 बार देखने जाते थे, दे वर वेरी कनेक्टेड टू एवरीबडी, फ्रॉम द सिटी पर्सन टू द पर्सन इन रूरल एरियाज. गोविंदा जी की अगर फिल्म देखने जा रहे हैं, एवरीबडी, वो बॉम्बे में सेट होती थी पिक्चरें अक्सर, बट एवरीबडी यूज्ड टू एंजॉय दोज फिल्म्स. सो आई थिंक to get that connectivity to the interior audience, to the actual audience that that rewatches the film 3, 4, 5 times, that is the magic of cinema. Those are the kind of subjects I'm wanting to explore. And also some subjects that explore and uphold our culture in some way, those kind of subjects also interest me.
Is anything that is in your mind right now?
Yeah, I am doing a couple of films actually, but I'll tell you about them in a proper announcement. I can't just give it away.
Okay.
Otherwise, the rest of the cast will be like, you took all the candy and you left none for us.
What about you?
I think I'm just learning and growing yet, so I've not planned for the future anything. So let's see आगे क्या stories मिलती, क्या मिलता है. So, we'll just see. I'll go with the flow.
But when you all were growing up, what kind
Yeah.
of who would you look up to? Which actors would you look up to? And which actor's career graph you want to follow? You think you get inspired by?
If I have to talk like of today's time, then it would be Deepika. for sure. And the actor I've always looked upon is Hrithik Roshan. Yeah, I'm a huge crush on him. So, but yeah, career is Deepika for sure.
Nice.
I would, and Aishwarya Rai too. Yeah.
Interesting. What about you?
Well, I've always looked up to Dilip Kumar sir because of the depth of work that he's done. You know, he has so much variety in his entire career that as an actor that's really attractive, and so many big memorable films. That is the kind of career you want to have as an actor, you know, where you can give people at least 7, 8, 9, 10 films, you know, that stay with them forever, and 10 iconic roles. That is
already have Jeet.
Jeet.
So now you want to
well, no, it's still I wouldn't count that, but from now, why not? Why just 10, 11, 12, 15?
yeah.
Let's see.
Your father also has made a lot of films that you know,
Ji.
we still remember. I was just seeing outside all the posters, and I've watched Ma at least 10 to 15 times.
Yeah, it was a
It
big
is
hit.
one of my favorite because there are lovely songs in that film,
Yeah.
and there's a dog in the film.
Yeah,
so
I know.
was sold there.
I always ask him, why is there no animal? Since I've started working with you, why is there no animal in the
Right.
film?
But yeah, that was one of
The
the
dog's
most.
character was amazing in that.
He was a black lab and he was beautiful. Anyways, but any film of his that you would like to be part of, again, like how you are part of Gadar 2 as well.
I think Hukumat is one film that you know, that really resonated with me. I really loved Dharamji's performance in that, and Sadashiv Amrapurkar ne to jo role kiya tha, that was iconic.
Yeah.
So that is one film that I feel still stands the test of time, and I wish I could have been a part of it that time, but maybe who knows.
But do you think that film has a potential of being made today? Kind of.
Yeah, because it is ultimately a story of victory of good versus evil, and it is about a daredevil cop and the things that he has to sacrifice in order to get justice and to make things right, even losing a lot in the process. So it's actually a tragic hero that Dharamji portrayed. With all macho-ness, it was a tragic hero. So I think that's very appealing.
So you would like to be part of that film if it's made.
If it's made.
And if you are given a chance to portray a character in a film that, since you said Deepika's name,
Yeah.
A role that Deepika has played, what would that be?
It would be Bajirao Mastani.
Nice choice.
So, yeah.
Nice.
The kind of character she had in that movie, I think I really want to do that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I wish आप दोनों की ख्वाहिश वैसे पूरी हो जाए, and all the very best for Gadar 2.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are
thank you
really
so
looking
much.
forward to it, and so are others who are just waiting. Come release ho, but we are wishing you all the very best.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.